Note to self, you cannot push pause on your record and then go into a different app because then your recording stops. So hopefully I can spice it together. I wanted a little more reading light, so as you probably noticed, it's brighter. I also took a sip of my coffee, which I'll do again. And for those that know me, this is just regular coffee. I don't drink happy coffee anymore. Okay. Desiring is the physical expression of creating conditions that allow us to be receptive. That is, it's in the world preparation for receiving. According to I really should have Googled how to say that correctly. I will do that before the next chapter. Wanting to know and see the mystery of the Tao will reveal evidence of it in a variety of manifestations, but not the mystery itself. But this isn't a dead end. From this ground of desiring, the flowering of the mistress Tao grows. It's as if wanting transformation into effortless allowing. I don't know if I said that right. It's as if wanting transforms into effortless allowing. Desiring, one sees the manifestations. Desireless, one can see the mystery itself. When we turn into what the author is telling us, it becomes readily apparent that our world produces abundant examples of this paradoxical process. Think of gardening and desiring this luscious hometown tomatoes or spring daffodils. Allowing them to grow is ultimately what happens. Now think of the things in life that involves wanting and how it differs from allowing. Wanting to go to sleep, for instance, rather than going to sleep. Wanting to diet rather than dieting. Wanting to love rather than loving. In this reference to the Tao, desireless means trusting, permitting, and allowing. Desire is both the beginning and the ground of desirelessness. Yet wanting is also the beginning and the ground of allowing. They are the same, and they are different. Pay attention to times when you can feel in your body where you are on the continuum between desiring and allowing, or trying and doing. Trying to play the piano, driving the car, or riding the bicycle is the same as the different form actually playing the piano, driving the car, and riding the bicycle. Once these outer world activities are desired and learned, there's a time when allowing is what you do. The point here is to recognize the difference in your body between trying and allowing, and to then become aware of the effortless sensation of the latter. This practice will also lead to a greater awareness of the invisible mysteries of the 10,000 things, which are the visible phenomenon of the world. The 10,000 things that the author refers to represents the categorized, classified, and scientifically named objects on the earth, which helps us communicate and identify what we're talking and thinking about. Yet for all our technological expertise in scientific categorization, we can never truly create a human eye or liver, or even a grain of wheat for that matter. Each of these things, along with a reminder that comprise the known or named world. Each of these things, along with the remainder that comprise the known and named world emerge from the mystery, the eternal Tao. Just as the world is not its named parts, we are not exclusively the skin, bone, and rivers of fluid that we're physically made of. We too are the eternal Tao, invisibly animating our tongues to speak, ears to hear, and eyes to see and experience the manifest and the mystery. Consciously allowing this nameless mystery is ultimately the way to practice the Tao. Does that mean putting yourself in harm's way? Of course not. Does that mean trusting the mystery at the moment you're being mugged or mistreated? Probably not. Does it mean never trying to change things? No. It does mean cultivating a practice of being in the mystery and allowing it to flow through you unimpeded. It means permitting the paradox of being in form at the same time that you allow the mystery to unfold. To the Tao, find your personal way of living in the mystery. As the author says in the first verse, and the mystery itself is the doorway to all understanding. Here's my advice for translating this passage into daily practice in the 21st century. First and foremost, enjoy the mystery. Let the world unfold without always attempting to figure it all out. Let relationships just be. For example, since everything is going to stretch out in divine order, don't try so hard to make something work. Simply allow. Don't always toil at trying to understand your mate, your children, your parents, your boss, or anyone else, because the Tao is working at all times. When expectations are shattered, practice allowing that to be the way it is. Relax, let go, allow, and recognize that some of your desires are about how you think your world should be, rather than how it is in that moment. Become an astute observer. Judge less and listen more. Take time to open your mind to the fascinating mysteries and uncertainty that we all experience. Practice letting go of always naming and labeling. The labeling process is what most of us were taught in school. We studied hard to be able to define things correctly in order to get what we called high grades. Most educational institutes insisted on identifying everything, leading to a tag that distinguished us as graduates with knowledge of specific categories. Yet we know, without anyone telling us, that there is no title, degree, or distinguishing labels that truly define us. In the same way that water is not the word water any more than agua, wasa, or H2O. Nothing in this universe is what it's named. In spite of our endless categorization, each animal, flower, mineral, and human can never truly be described. In the same way, the Tao tells us that the name that can be named is not the eternal name. We must bask in the magnificence of what is seen and sensed, instead of always memorizing and categorizing. Do the Tao now. At some point today, notice an instance of annoyance or irritation you have with another person or situation. Decide to do the Tao or practice the way in that moment by turning inward with curiosity about where you are on the continuum between desire and allowing. Permit the paradox of wanting, the irritant to vanish and allowing it to be what it is. Look inward for it in your thoughts and allow yourself to feel it whenever it is. Look inward for it in your thoughts and allow yourself to feel it wherever it is and however it moves in your body. Turn all of your attention to becoming open-minded, allowing permissiveness to befriend the mystery within you, within yourself. Notice how the feeling manifests itself, perhaps doing loop-de-loops in your stomach, giving a rigidness to your skeleton, making your heart pound or tightening your throat. Whenever it is, wherever it is, allow it as an enigmatic messenger within you and give it non-judgmental attention. Notice the desire for the feeling to disappear and allow it to be monitored compassionately by you. Accept whatever comes, encounter the mystery within without labeling, explaining, or defending. It's a subtle distinction first, which you must take personal responsibility for identifying. You alone can prepare the ground of your being for the experience of living the mystery. And that concludes the first chapter, verse of the Tao and Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life by Wayne Dyer. So I hope you found some value in that. I find value, and I find that it helps me to read it out loud. So if I'm going to sit here in an empty room and read it out loud, why not record it and post it, and possibly it can find somebody that could find some use of it. So either way, that will conclude this video. Hopefully I can splice them together, and there will be more videos to come. So big hugs, lots of love, and blessings abundant. Be blessed and bless others.